Hello, Diamond Academy. Bonjour du Canada. Big hello from Canada. My name is Emilie Rovida, and I'm a Beachbody coach. I've been a coach for over 2 years and a half now, and it's been an amazing adventure. It completely changed my life, the life of our family, and I'm super happy to be part of this group of amazing coaches presenting for you guys. I'm very honored actually, and I will try to do my best to honor all these amazing coaches who've been sharing their best practices and their tips with you. And a big part of my business, I would say 95, 98% of my business has been built on social media, specifically on my like page. But today, to start up, I really want to just focus on branding, or how to brand yourself on social media, because there's such a huge opportunity for you to reach out to the world and have a potential reach that's uh, humongous, really. Like, you can get to talk to people everywhere, specifically the States and Canada, because this is where our opportunity is mainly offered for coaches and customers. But really, it's just amazing how you can make so many friends by branding yourself the right way on social media. So first of all, let me start off by saying that you are the brand. You are the business, not Beachbody. You're not a sales rep. You're not trying a promotion rep either for Beachbody. Beachbody has been putting so much money in infomercials and all the promotion tools. You don't have to do that. So the only thing you have to do is really focus on yourself, because you are going to inspire people, and you're a coach. So you're not selling products, you're inspiring people, and you're sharing who you are. So this is the first thing that you really want to focus on. So one of the questions I want you to ask yourself is, who are you? What defines you? So are you a mom? How old are you? What do you like in life? Who were you before Beachbody came into your life? Because maybe you never were into fitness at all. Maybe you don't like to work out, and that's part of who you are. And you really want to have that reflection on yourself, think who you are. So you want to sit down and take a piece of paper and a pen and write down who you are, because this is going to become part of your brand, and this is going to become part the inspiration behind all of your posts on social media. Second of all, what are you good at? What makes you different from other people? What are your skills? I don't know. Are you good at drawing? Are you good at playing the piano? I'm just throwing things out there, but I mean, you really need to focus on your strengths, because people want excellence. All right, they're not going to follow you because you can do decent push-ups or you know what I mean. They're going to follow you maybe because you're like super strong and you can do, like, I don't know, 20 pull-ups, because that's your thing. But doesn't mean that if you can't do 20 pull-ups that you cannot be having a great solid brand on social media. Because you know what, it all comes down to who you are and embracing yourself, being authentic, and sharing that with the world on social media. So 2 questions: who are you, and what are you good at? You want to differentiate yourself. So just like in business, you want to focus on what makes you you. So let's say, as an example, if there were two Subway restaurants really close to where you live, okay, same distance, but you came to know the owner of one of the places, and you really like that person because she's always nice with you and caring, and you just have a great connection with that person. So naturally, you're going to be wanting to go to that Subway restaurant rather than going to the other. It's not because of the products. It's not because our cheese tastes better. It really comes down to the relationship that you have with the owner or the people working there. So this is the same thing with what you're doing with your brand. Okay, so you're not putting Beachbody and all the amazing products that we have on the front end. You're putting yourself, because why would someone buy from you rather than buying from someone else or buying on the Beachbody website? What's going to make them buy from you is when you start adding value to their life, when you start being the coach they need, when you start being the friend they're looking for. So this is really what you want to have in mind when you start building your brand and start developing your business on social media. All right, so you don't have to do it all. Like I said, if you're not good at push-ups or you're not into fitness, hey, let's be real, not all of us are into fitness, and doesn't mean that you won't be successful. Not at all. You don't try to make like workout videos if it's not something that you truly love. I personally love working out. I've been into sports all my life. I did gymnastics, so that's part of me. I like to walk on my hands. I like to do like funky things and share that with people. And I think I'm kind of good at it, and that's why I'm sharing it. You could, even though I'm saying that you should focus on your strengths and what you're excellent at, doesn't mean that you cannot talk about doing push-ups and all that stuff, because one of the reasons why people will follow you is not just because of what you're good at, but your desire to become better. So let's say that you suck at push-ups and you decide to share with people that, you know what, I can't even do one push-up on like one real push-up. So I decided to challenge myself, and I'm going to start with baby steps. And within a month, I want to be able to do 5 without stopping. Let's say like that, something like that. So that's inspiring, because there are a lot of people out there that can't do push-ups. There are a lot of people that are going to connect with that. And that's because it's just a reality. And so you need to embrace that as well. So staying true to yourself, being you ×2, and really embracing who you are. This business is in the action. I love how Keith really focused on that when we started off this training. How he said, like, you can watch this video and this is not going to make you successful. Like, personal development, learning, education is very important. It's key to success, but you're going to learn in the action. And I'm no experts whatsoever in social media, but I've been doing it for almost 3 years now, running my business on social media, and I've learned from my mistakes. And let me tell you one thing, my like page was completely different when I first started. I did a lot of mistakes. My posts were not getting traction, and it didn't happen overnight. The reason why I was able to build this traction and this momentum is because I kept posting. I was very consistent, and eventually, with trials and errors, I found my voice. I found my way to tell my story to the world, and that's what I think you should do as well. So you want to go out there and start thinking about who you are, what your brand is going to be, and basically think about 3 subjects or themes that you want to cover on your page that are not specifically related to Beachbody. Because like I said, you were someone before you became a coach, and that's what the world wants to know. They want to get to know you, and not just the Beachbody coach, right? I will get into more details about the like page in another video. So let's just stick with the basic stuff with branding, what you should do and what you should not do. I don't want to focus so much on what you should not do. That's my positive mind, I guess. I like to talk about what we should focus on, but there are a few things that I think are key to mention, and I'm sure these are things that you know, but I want to remind yourself that you're not a sales rep, you're not a promotion agent, so you don't want to be just posting about Beachbody. There's like a rule that says that 1 out of 5 posts should be about Beachbody only, or even fitness related, nutrition, all that stuff. So you really want to think about that. because everybody's going to be doing that, right? You don't want to be posting links, sales, promotions, all that stuff. You want to do that in private with the people you're talking to. You don't want people to go on your page and they just see links and all of that. It doesn't add value to their life. You're not worth. They're going to think you're not worth their time. All right. So yeah, that's a good thing to think about. Your page, what you show on social media should be more like a reality show and not an infomercial. All right. So you want to keep that in mind every time you post. You want to have positive posts. Obviously, we all have our days where it's not going so well, and it's okay to share it, but it's so easy to have people becoming very negative and it's like snowballing, and it just doesn't, I don't feel that it's the place to talk about stuff like that. So one thing you want to really keep in mind is to post with purpose and remind yourself that every post that you put out there can either work for you or work against you. So you're now a coach, you're a CEO, you're the president of your own company, and you are your brand. Therefore, every social media that you're using is a professional tool. It's no longer a personal tool. So it's kind of tricky, especially I believe in our business, because our personal life and our professional life, they are very connected, and this is what we're sharing with people. And it's sometimes hard to draw the line between those two. But let me remind yourself that you're the boss, and think about how you would see like Nike posting like negative stuff and bashing about life and all that, like someone like, I don't know, like it wouldn't make sense. Like, I'm just trying to give you an example that like you're a brand, you're a business, so you really want to keep everything as positive as possible. You want to post with purpose, like I said. Don't just post to post. It's just a waste of time, and you want to create that trust with people. So they're on their phone most of the time, and they're scrolling down their news feed, and they're going to make a decision very rapidly if you are worth their time or not. So that, they have that options to unfollow you or to hide all of your posts. So it's okay. Some people will not like you, and that's fine. One of the things you don't want to do is try to please everybody, but sometimes you can really lose some of your followers because of one post that they didn't like. And again, if it's true to yourself, positive, and something that you believe in, then I guess it's okay. But you just want to keep that in mind, that you're a business and everything that you post either works for you or against you. You want to be celebrating, I'm losing my English or my accent anyways, success. So you want to be celebrating success on social media, whether it's your personal success, but also the challengers in your challenge groups, people that are getting great results. You can even do screenshots and hide their names and like post exactly what they wrote in the challenge groups, stuff like that. You do the same thing with your coaches, especially on Thursdays, because it's the big celebration day for Beachbody coaches. But really, every day there's something that could be mentioned about someone who's changing their lives, who's improving their life, and that's something that attracts people. People are going to be attracted to success. That's just in human nature. So you want to be celebrating that and talking about that a lot. You want to share your journey, your growth, your own personal growth. This is about you trying to become a better person, a better version of yourself. So it's not about perfection at all. Perfection or trying to pretend that you are perfect is not going to allow you to connect with people. So again, there's a balance to create between being positive all the time and also being real and authentic. So oftentimes on social media, we're going to share the best of our lives. We're going to share the best moments, and but it's not just like butterflies and birds singing all the time. So I think it's okay to talk about things that you struggle with, but in a way that you're going to want to inspire people. So talking about how you want to improve on that, or how you're working to become better on that. So it's really about finding that way of putting it out there in a positive way that will inspire people. Because at the end of the day, what you want people to, personally on my page, I want people to come on my page and just, get motivation and have a smile on their face and just feel good, right? Um, all right, you're on social media. It's all about images. Sorry, I needed that. So it's really focused on images. So especially when you first start off, because you're just building your brand, you don't have a huge following, so people don't know if it's worth their time to read your long post. So you want to have like clear images that will catch the eye, so that you can drag them to your page or drag them to read the description on your post. So that's something that can really, really help you, having bright colors and something that really is going to catch people's attention. Because again, they're scrolling down their newsfeed. You want them to stop and see you and read what you have to say. All right, you can go and find coaches that you connect with, that you believe have the same values, or people you think you'd be friends with, or people that you are friends with, and you want to get inspired, but you do not want to copy. First of all, just because you want to, it's just a respectful thing to not copy everybody else's post. And second of all, it's just, I don't know. I think if you really have to, you're not going to find your voice if you're just copying what people are doing. So you might want to be inspired, but then you want to put your own tweak on it, and you're going to put it into your own words or change it up. So find inspiration, but do not copy. Create your own content. If you find a quote that you think is cool and you love it, then make your own image. And one of the things that I've been doing is, like, I create my images in specific way, so people can actually pretty much know it's my image because it's that way, because it's done that way, and they've been seeing it. So if I like a quote, I will go and make my own image, and I will quote that person, and I will just add maybe my link to my page or whatever on the picture. But really, you want to focus on creating your own content, because you're not a library. You can find those crazy like pages on Facebook, and they have like 100,000, 200,000, or a million people following it, and it's like a library, which is great because you can find great content, but there's no connection. And you are a coach, so at the end of the day, you want to be able to connect with people, and this is by sharing who you are. So if you're finding something that you like, a quote that you like, and you want to share it, you create your own image, then you want to tell people why it speaks to you, why you like that, what it means to you, and why you want to share it with them. So you really want to have that personal touch on everything that you put out there. Again, you want to get inspired, but let's say you go on a Top Coach page and you see all these amazing posts that you love, and you're a brand new coach, or maybe a few months in, and then you're going to be writing that whole story about yourself, but you haven't built that trust yet, and you haven't built that following and people that know that you are worth their time, so they might not read it. So when you first start off, I wouldn't recommend to have those long posts, because it's going to discourage people at first. And so that's something that, like, I wouldn't focus on when you first start up. But again, it's about trying and seeing. Maybe it's going to work, so you want to see for yourself what works, but that's not something I would specifically recommend. So another thing, like I said, you want to be positive and all of that, but you also want to show that you're vulnerable. So I've been opening myself a lot on social media. Before becoming a coach, I was very concerned with what people were thinking of me. I was very scared of being judged, and I was always seeking everybody's approval. And one of the amazing things that happened to me by becoming a coach and working on myself and my personal development is that now I don't really care. I'm just really happy with who I am, and I do not apologize for being who I am. And so I've learned to show that vulnerable side of me. And I've recently shared a video of me talking about a period of my life where it wasn't the best time of my life, and it was really hard to shoot that video. And I was thinking about it for a while. I told my husband, maybe I should post this, but maybe I should share this. And I was very scared. And when I posted it, it felt so good because the response was so positive. I got so many messages of people coming to me and telling me that they understood. They felt very connected to what I was saying, that they felt the same. And the response was very positive. And obviously, I didn't watch the video again because it would be deleted because I'm crying and all that stuff. But all that to say that oftentimes the post that you're most scared to post is the one that's gonna um, create that connection with people and make them see who you truly are, and they will respect you for that. They will admire you for being able to put, to say real things like that. And one other post that I published, and it's one of the first one, and it's one that got me a lot of traction when I first started off, and it really helped me define my brand and who my target was and my audience, if you will. And it was me working out in front of my son, and he was around 9 months at the time, and I was doing a hit from Turbo Fire, jumping like crazy. He's drinking his bottle in this high chair, and I'm screaming, and I'm like doing the crazy mama that I am. And I filmed myself, and I posted in my very first challenge group, well, which was not a challenge group, my health group, a free group that I created when I first became a coach. And one of the girls said, "Oh, you have to post that on your page. This is so good." And I was so scared. And I was like, no, there's no way. I look crazy. I'm screaming. Like, I can't be sharing that. But I did. And I got so many moms that came to me, and so many people that like my page, and moms that like my page, and were like, "Oh, wow, it's so cool that you get to work out in front of your son, and this is such a funny video, he's laughing at you, blah blah blah." So sometimes the thing that you actually, let me rephrase that, oftentimes, or almost all the time, the thing that you're scared to do is the thing that you should be doing. So it works the same with social media. Don't go post something that works against your values, or you want to be staying true to yourself, and you really don't want to be posting just to get people to follow you and get that high likes on that content. But like stuff like that, that maybe you're like uncomfortable stepping out of your comfort zone, could really help you out. So there's a great book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook, that you can find on social media if you're looking to better yourself, which I think we should all are, because social media is such a good way to connect with the world and add to your contact list, really, and get amazing friends. So this is one that I would recommend. Chalene Johnson's got great training on Instagram. She's got her Marketing Impact Academy, and she's really good about branding too. So, and there are top coaches that are doing a phenomenal job with branding themselves on social media. So get inspired, start posting. I will give you more details in my next video about the like page and what I've been doing on mine and how I've built my audience. And keep posting and keep trying, because you never know what's gonna make you connect with people. And trust yourself, be proud of who you are, and embrace who you are, and you will find your voice by staying in the action. So I hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao.